This is The Challenge. Bets and new threats.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the number one, the Right Reality Podcast. My name is Stephen.
And my name is Mixie. We are here to recap The Challenge, Season 41, Vets and New Threats, Episode 18, Final Part 1. Okay. Okay.
Does it do all final just not get named? Is it just Final Part 1?
I was going to ask you that. Am I not remembering that this is like what they do?
I think this is what they do. I think this is just Final Part 1. And honestly, boring. Comment below what the episode name should be for this week. And maybe if we remember by the end, we'll come up with good. Hold on, what should we do? I got one cooking. Bad ankles and beef.
Bad ankles and beef, that's what I was going to say. Bad ankles, beef, and burr.
Ooh, there it is. We have said for so many years on this program, hire us to do the titles.
That's not even actually thinking. Imagine if I was on Adderall right now, how many great titles I would be coming up.
The mix Adderall version, you guys. Cool.
Methed out mix would have killed titles.
All season. They would have honestly looked at the names of your titles and been like, do you do this for a living?
I wish.
Yeah.
But instead, I beat myself to a pulp. Anyways, Final Part 1.
Hey!
So much happened.
Yeah.
So much also didn't happen.
Yeah. We did get a shout out, the number line, from Turbo.
He loves us.
That was for you.
Which, by the way, we're going to get into all the turbo-ness of it all. And I think some things are going to be said that you guys are going to be surprised about. So,
the number line. That's right. We're right here. The number line. He had to hide it and pretend like he was talking about Sydney, but he was actually talking about us because we're the number line. Obviously, I hope all of you at home heard that and were like, oh, the Leonardo DiCaprio meme. Oh.
It brought me a little bit of happiness and joy, for sure.
That's great. Coming up on this week, we have fashion.
Oh, no.
Rolled ankles. And I think Cedric was told something from somebody who wanted to cause him harm. Because what he said, slightly concerning. And honestly, somebody needs to get to the bottom of why he felt this way.
That and so much more coming up on the Right Reality Podcast. What are we, Turbo?
Oh, I wasn't ready. The number line. There we go. I didn't have the mouse ready.
That's okay. It's okay.
We got there.
We start this episode with a preview of the final. Boo. We're moving past that, okay?
Always moving past.
But then they start the episode, right? We get the logo. The episode starts. I loved this, and I also hated it so much, Stephen. The compilation of everyone music videos staring out the window.
Mm-hmm.
It gave me, those of you that know, Hillary Duff Come Clean music video. I need somebody to make an edit of all of them staring out the window to this, let the rain fall down, break my dreams,
let it wash away my sanity.
While like Michaela's looking out the window and we're seeing like the video of her rolling her ankle over and over again.
Should we give Red a heads up that needs to be his edit?
I'm gonna let him do it on his own and he can take full credit.
Yeah.
But it was so music video to early 2000s music video edit.
It was. It was missing like a hand on the window.
And like a little bit of rain.
Yeah. And just like maybe like one of these, like a, just like an exhale.
Yeah. They were kind of giving that with their eyes. I will give them that. But
yeah. Also,
I thought that was so
Hillary
funny.
Duff still got it. She still got it. All these other like old pop
She's
stars.
She's coming out with a new album.
I know. I'm excited for it. I'll just say it. I'm excited.
I am too. I just hope she doesn't try to do you got to stay in your lane. You got to evolve from your lane, you know?
Yes. I very much dislike when bands are like, oh, we're evolving. Stop. That's not what I came here for. Other bands
I'll find
do
a
that.
different band that did that part.
Yeah, I want you to do what I liked you for. That'd be like if I went to Skyline and Skyline was all of a sudden like, you know what? We're evolving. Chili's out. You know what we got? Pizza. And I'd be like, no, I don't want the pizza. I want this. But, you know,
Skyline Pizza would be good, though. Come on.
Should we make a Skyline Pizza?
I mean, maybe we should. We're off topic already.
Sorry,
Way to go, team.
Sorry. God damn it. Hillary Duff got me thrown for a loop. I was just thinking about how beautiful she is in her music.
I need an edit of Hillary Duff.
Yes, please.
Rain fall down, come clean to everyone looking out their windows. Real bad.
Also, before we start, because the excitement of the final, I'm telling you, we're 19 episodes in, and Adrienne is still
18.
so high. 18.
Well, actually, 19. There was episode 0, so I'll give it to you.
Maths. Adrienne still having fun considering everything she's gone on, saying, hey guys, rock, paper, scissors to see who wins. And everybody's like, haha. And I'm like, yo, she's loose. She's feeling good. I like the energy from her. I love this woman.
I do too. She is an absolute beast. And we see it time and time and time again throughout this season. And definitely in this final part 1.
She's doing it for the curvy girls. She just wants to let you know, if you're a curvy girl, she's doing this for you.
When she emerged from that water and was like, that was really nice, I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Choke on
Fuck
it, Theo.
yeah.
You little bitch.
We're going to get into that.
God, what a little bitch. What a bitch fucking move.
He's not a bitch,
I'm
Steven.
so tired.
Whoa. Whoa. He's not a bitch. He's a pussy chicken.
Oh, he is a pussy chicken. Pussy chicken.
Pussy,
Mix, I know
chicken.
you're an athlete. We all know you're an athlete. You've athleted it for many years. You're still an athlete.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what Turbo was wearing on his shins in this photo? I assume these are knee braces, but what the fuck are these?
I think they're like literally shin splint things.
But I didn't see him wearing these. Maybe
they were like
right?
pre-compression. I have no idea.
I was like, what are these?
Do you think this is fully out of order and this is the end? And they're waiting to get picked up at the end of the final?
Oh, maybe this is like the beginning of day 2, actually, or something like that they squeezed in?
I don't know. I don't know what these are, to be fully honest with you. Maybe the Turkish people have invented something that we are not privy to. Because I have no clue.
Okay.
I've never seen anything like this.
I was very confused. And I was like, wait. And then like part of me was like, are these like, you know, like MLB players will have like, you know, they'll put the batting ring on, the donut as we would call it, to like should be able to swing quicker and stuff like that. But there is part of me that thinks that maybe this is day 2. This is the morning of day 2. And he was wearing these. They do like they're like compression things for his calves. Something like that. To help.
I mean, I would have to go back and look because Michaela has her ankle brace on here. So did she start with that on?
Oh, you're right. Oh, look at
go back into the footage, people.
Number 1. Okay, let's play a game. It's called Insult or Not.
Okay.
Turbo saying Olivia doesn't have a lot of muscle, so she won't be cramping. Insult or not?
I would like to call it a backhanded compliment.
That is the correct answer. You get all of the points. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think that Turbo is the king of backhanded compliments, but I also think he doesn't know that he's doing it.
Yes. He thinks he's kind of like giving you the business, but actually he's not.
Yeah, I mean, I still just believe that he doesn't fully understand English. And there's like phrases in Turkish that he has learned the translation of that like the full meaning isn't really understood yet. So that part.
There's one part during this, and I'm looking for it in my notes right now. So he says the following: Pain is my massage. Blood is my makeup. And it just reminded me of Big Daddy, where they're in the courtroom and they're like,
they went together like lamb and tuna fish.
and it's like, that's not how those, he goes, you prefer spaghetti and meatballs? You're more comfortable with that analogy? And it's like, yeah, considering we're in America.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. I don't think he realizes those things like don't sync. Pain is my massage.
Exactly.
Huh? Blood is my makeup. That part kind of works.
Yeah, that's like poetry right there.
Yeah. First part, not so much. And then you blend them together, like, I'll give you partial credit.
Yeah, and honestly, there's a lot of that happening in this episode. So they get dropped off this bus, right, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then they get put into a helicopter, and they're helicoptering into, we don't know yet. Jeremy does say what it is, and I don't remember. Is it the Alps?
No, that's in Europe. We did talk about that last episode. You got the A right.
Appalachian?
Nope, that's in America. They are mints.
Andes. We'd crush it at word association games.
Oh.
Okay, because like
you're so good.
I don't know things, but you know how to get me there.
I do.
They're in the helicopter and they're, flying around. And Theo goes, "Oh, I see TJ." Nope, no chance, dude.
Not a chance.
Not a chance in fucking hell. Did you see
No, you didn't.
Mr. TJ from that high up? Give the line to somebody else that can give it to me that I actually would maybe potentially believe. Respectfully, I do like Theo. He's funny. He's a good time. You have one working eye, sir. Why did they give it to him? Don't give that line to him.
There's a producer. Hey, can you say there's TJ? And he's like, nobody's going to believe me from up here. The number one's going to call me out.
Bloody can't see in front of my hand.
You remember, I got one eye. Here's what I will say about that. Maybe because Mr. TJ's fit was so fucking good and so fashion.
He looked so good.
Oh my God, that coat?
It should be illegal for this man to look this good at a final.
That coat. I have never, actually asked someone.
What's that mean with the credit card?
To, drop the link? Drop the link, girl?
Yeah.
What's that fit, girl? Drop the link.
Uh-huh.
And they do it. I'm asking Mr. TJ now, drop the link.
Yeah.
Because maybe this is what I need for my fitness goals, is to realize they only make that to an XL or something like that. And I need to get to that in order to wear that fit.
Yeah,
because,
like the women put their wedding dress up and are like,
yes.
I'm going to get in that dress.
100%.
That's fair.
I'm in my head
it's
going,
that type of jacket.
if I can wear that jacket, ladies of Los Angeles, you have no chance.
His hair also looked so good. His hair really was what got to me.
And then the juxtaposition, as this goes on, of him still looking hot as fuck in his fit, and especially somebody like Olivia, who just is probably the worst she's ever looked. There's multiple times where she's just sitting next to the Stairmaster.
She's fucking pregnant.
Just shoveled. This poor girl.
Theo and Adrienne also look like
oh,
death personified.
Was crying. It was just but maybe his fit was noticeable from so high that Theo, with his one eye, could be like, that's TJ. There's only somebody who could look that good that would be like a shining beacon from the ground to look up to us. But that coat, I'm going to DM him, where's the coat from? Do you still have the coat?
I think it's needed. So they get to Mr. TJ after Theo spotted him. Thank God, because how would they have known where to land? And we are starting the final. Now, Mr. TJ explains the first checkpoint, I guess, and then we get no explanation from Mr. TJ pretty much from there on out. Okay. Which was, I guess, fine. The thing when I'm going to have you guess, Steven, what did Mr. TJ say that I was upset that I didn't call beforehand? based off this entire season.
Yeah. That you are going to be tethered together the entire way. And I wrote,
How did I not note it? How did I not fucking, damn it?
of course, you brought it up last week. And I was like, it's much better when they're tethered together.
But here's the thing, though. He says it, right? And then they're not tethered together at the start of this. When they're in the rafts, they're not tethered together.
No. Which would have helped Cedric because he was like floating away.
Well, that's what I wrote. That's how I figured it out. Because I was like, wait a second. How is Cedric all the way down there?
Yep.
If they were supposed to be chained together. And then I wrote cheating Michaela.
Oh.
Little miss, I'm going to constantly call out all these little cheating things. And you guys don't seem to be tethered together.
You're not tethered together. Interesting.
Weird.
Speaking of that pairing, Cedric and Michaela, as they were told they're going to be tethered together, we're talking about how tough it's going to be because of her ankle. And I immediately said, that thing ain't making it like 20 minutes into this episode.
If they finish this final, I will be floored.
It seems like they, like, at the end of this, she's like crying at a certain point. She does say, listen, I'll just get it out of the way because we're going to be positive for the rest of this. She did say at a certain point, she's like, hey, I told him at the beginning, like, my ankle's not going to make it. And like, but I'm going to make it up to you in the checkpoints. You did 2 of the 4. You didn't do the stair climber. You didn't swim. So I don't see how you were making it up to him in those. If anything, you should be like, hey, I know I couldn't do the stair climber. I'll do the swim. But you didn't. That's fine. That's whatever.
The swim, whatever.
It's fine. We're doing river run.
Terrifying looking, Stephen.
Mix, have you done whitewater rafting?
Whitewater rafting on steroids. No.
You've never done whitewater rafting?
No, I never have. I mean, I canoe like a motherfucker in Ohio. I am real good on that kayak canoe situation. But I like my water on the still side.
Not sparkling.
Not sparkling.
Okay.
Not foaming at the mouth.
It was. They were, and the problem is they had plenty of room to avoid those rapid parts. They could have like gone off to the side and tried to avoid them. It's not like they were like in this lane and it was like being pulled down on a rope and you had to like survive.
Well, I think that people like Olivia from Alaska that had a little bit of ability to understand.
I am from Alaska.
Thank you. I think that she was sort of in the lead and people were seeing her ability to kind of like follow the, and they got a little too confident.
Way too confident.
In their ability. Because again, I'm sure looking down at it, you're like, oh, they're just like riding the wave, basically. That's smart. So they don't like Turbo and Sydney did it as well. Sydney's like holding her stick up as Turbo's just kind of guiding them and the water's taking them, right?
And she's upset about this, by the way. Yeah. It's the slow build of the story.
There were some people that didn't have the ability to do that were trying to do that. And it resulted in a slight drowning at one point. There was a footage from the canoe of Michaela. Like you see her arms and she's like, and it's like, we're going to watch somebody die. First checkpoint.
Yeah, right out of the gate. Now, I think you bring up a good point because I was wondering who told Cedric some certain information because he said this about the final.
Once we start the final, there's not an option. You have to finish or you die.
What, sir? What?
I feel like there's a couple other options in between those things.
Who told you that you die?
I didn't realize this was Squid Games.
Did you think you were on Squid Games The Challenge the entire time? Because that's the name of the show on Netflix. Maybe Cedric this entire time is like, where are those jackets with the numbers this whole time? I thought I was on Squid Games The Challenge, not just The Challenge.
Side note, have you watched that?
No, I have not.
Do it so good.
Okay, I will. I'll get into it.
Or who's that, Jameis Winston? I'm going to eat the W.
Oh, you and Jameis.
That's my quarterback, Stephen.
That's my guy. Yeah, you're not going to die at the end of this unless they've changed the rules. But pretty sure you're not going to die, my guy.
Now, that would be the twist of all twists is Mr. TJ comes out and just kind of like clicks a rifle.
Yeah.
You know, and just
Yeah, you want to stake a claim and you don't switch partners. You're gonzo. Bye-bye. Gonzo. You're not like going right into elimination. You're literally getting eliminated. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, they're seeing symbols. It was giving Destination X on the canal with those fucking masks.
Mm-hmm. It was a combination of
like
that
this.
and the other one.
I don't.
I'm okay with it.
If there's a theme throughout the season, yes. But to me, at this point, they've done those symbols, the ones that they had to do later with putting them in order, which was just like a TikTok game, whatever. If you had those symbols throughout the river, sure. But like we got a fucking cluster of doll heads hanging from some sticks and a crimson X. Listen, if this is like a historical thing for the area, all of that stuff, then you need to tell me that. Because right now, I'm watching Michaela and Cedric drown, and there's like tent sticks that they're supposed to be looking at, and I'm going, what is happening?
And the priest at the end that looked like a bird, like a bird priest.
How is that a priest?
That was terrifying. I thought that and maybe again, they interviewed him right after going down the river, seeing like the sacrifice of the baby dolls and being like, I think they're going to kill us at the end of this. So maybe now I get it, Cedric. My apologies, sir.
Maybe. So they get to the bottom of the river, swimming, some of them drowning, some of them still in the boat. And then they start this, they have to put in order what they saw on the side of the river. And this is when the Sydney Turbo of it all
started. Yeah.
Really starts. She has some sass about holding her kayak stick up, which to me was the correct move. Whoa, I'm getting excited. To me was the correct move. To have they navigated that perfectly. That
he looked
part.
like he knew what he was doing too. You could like kind of tell that there was a big difference between like how they were going down and how everybody else was going down.
Then we have the putting things in order. And Sydney gets pissed because Turbo basically says he can't really read English. How is this a surprise to you? You know what I mean?
Right. I think she was hoping that he would defer a little bit of that. But when have you seen that at all this entire season? When have you seen him not alpha? The problem here is you have two alphas. That's what I wrote down.
That's absolutely correct.
Who love taking the lead, who do not like anybody else doing anything. And honestly, good for them. Shout out her boyfriend for being able to like deal with that all the time. And just being like, okay, I'll just deal with it. The problem was like, she's not going to be able to overwrite him because he's just going to continue to, I don't want to say yell, but just like one up her in terms of that. And he should know when he's saying, I don't understand what this means.
That means it's not his turn to play that game. I agree with you. But my whole thing was that she was acting like she was like shocked by this information.
I got you. Okay.
You know what I mean? And I was just like, obviously he can't read English that good.
Yeah. And the things are not like giant X.
Exactly.
Circle.
And that's why he was like, which one's the circle?
Yeah. Yeah, which one's the circle? And she goes, it's the ring.
And then she was having attitude about that. I'm like, well, obviously he's not going to understand that that's what that is.
And even the people who spoke English said that.
Everybody has positives and negatives, right? Everybody has their kryptonite. He can't understand English, okay? Like, you know this when you sign up for this. And then the edit just starts to go crazy. And all of this stuff that we've been seeing on Twitter, that we've been hearing, I'm curious if they were like, let's save it all and put it at the end, or like what the thought process was on this. Or maybe she was just being so sassy, maybe even by part 2, that like they couldn't hide it anymore.
Oh, I see. I can see where you're going. I can also see, like, we're skipping ahead to the end. I can see if she's going to try to stake a claim on Jeremy, that there would need to be an explanation for that. That if we didn't see any of that, people would be like, why is she getting rid of Turbo? They're in the lead. But she could be like, I just can't deal with another day of that.
Yeah.
And also, technically, he's holding me back on the run at this point. Maybe I'll switch. I don't know if any of that happens. I'm just saying that would be an explanation that would need to be given. So now we have to show the stuff we've been hiding all season for some reason or something like that. If that's true. But I will say the tweets make a lot more sense now.
Yes. And again, as Stephen stated, and I will state once again, we were commenting on what we were seeing. What the edit was giving us was much different than this.
And now we're seeing
I still do have, like I said previously, I think that he is trying to be nice and trying to compliment, and the words aren't fully correct for him.
Yes.
Like, even last week, I saw some stuff on Twitter of people being like, oh, well, or in our comment section of like, oh, Turbo definitely has ridden a bike before because he did it on War of the Worlds or whatever. And that someone else was saying that it was like, because he couldn't understand when they said BMX bike, he thought it was exactly what you said, a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that is still what's going on. I'm not justifying. There are parts where it's like, all right, dude, there's no need to be an asshole about this.
Yeah.
But you also have to understand how cold it is, the amount of things that are going on. I'm sure he also internally is realizing that he is not carrying his weight and getting frustrated himself. And therefore, again, as Steven stated, alpha mentality is just to blame the other person, put it on the other person, yell at another person. I'm not justifying any of it, but I think that it's not as black and white as it has been continuously attempted to make.
Because also when you say that type of stuff, it means, like, I think everybody interprets it as a different way, like not during the competition. Because there was something that was very clear through this episode. He was still encouraging her, like when she was doing the Stairmaster, she's like, shut up. But also when he says this,
I will die for our Sydney, I promise.
I think he said, I will die for us, Sydney, I promise. Like, no one else is saying that.
No.
Theo is almost given up. And he's like, I'm not even going to swim. And Turbo's like, I will die. And he was saying right before that, he goes, this is our destiny. Right? And he's like apologizing, my thing, like, I'm trying. I will not give up. And I'm like, unless you're like Jordan or CT or Bananas on some of these things, I don't think anybody else has had this type of like motivation and this like drive the way he does. The problem is when you have somebody like her who is also wired the way she is, these things don't work well when one person feels out of whack. So,
and also at the end when she was swimming, he's standing on that water line, encouraging her the entire time. I didn't see any other partners doing that. I saw them all by the fire, looking to be like, good job from the back. He was on that water line.
Just trying to encourage, and she's like, well, you can get in here. I did the stair climber. I did this. And it's
which
like,
I also get.
This is part of it, though. Part of it is like, he's hurt his leg, and we'll talk about the idea of like whether saving your legs is actually a good thing or not, versus like maybe getting to the next checkpoint 5 or 10, 15 minutes early. Who knows when they're stopping the clock? That's the hard thing for me also at this point is like...
That's a whole thing as well.
And obviously we're not going to see that till we get to part 2, so we can't really fully comment about like, did the clock stop when they got out of the water? Did any of this mean anything technically in terms of... Time for part 2?
They fucking lapped people.
Yeah, they did. They lapped people, and then they get to that. So we're still going to get there. Okay. Let's talk about the fact that I would like to ask a question to the people at home. Raise your hand if, while you were watching this at home, every time they showed Michaela running on the course, you were like, is this where she rolls her ankle? I got my hand up. I got my hand up.
I mean, it happened so many times that I feel like I couldn't even get to that thought before it happened again.
It was the third time, I think, that they showed her like running. And the first one was like, oh, everybody's running. The second one's like, oh, she's like, ugh. And the third time she's like, hey, on this next flat part, I think we can jog. Rolled. Nope. Snap.
Yeah, I also, when she rolled it, I think it was that one, or maybe it was the next one when she did it. They were just on sand. Like, there was nothing. And I'm like, God, this ankle has to be bad for her to be like rolling it on literal flat.
Yeah.
There's not a rock in sight.
Those tendons must look like old rope at this point. Just like hanging there, you know? But that's the thing. They go from like, and if you like step out and look at this, because I know there's going to be, well, I'm going to get to that in a minute, people who didn't like this. They're climbing during this. They're on very rocky parts during this. They're on sand on this. They're on narrow pathways during this. They have flat parts where they're back in the grass during this.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting different terrain for all of this. So it's not just
which is awesome.
Which is great, because now, literally, if I was Michaela and we started and then we're like going down those rocks, I'm like, ugh, how far am I getting? I don't have this ankle doesn't have it. And she had it taped too. And that thing taped, still
and then
rolled.
And then she got a brace at one point.
She was asking for like the soccer player,
the numbing spray
that they bring out during soccer players when they're faking an injury. They're like, can you just spray my ankle? You know what I mean?
So she's rolling her ankle. Turbo in this power walking stance this whole time, I was crying. It was like those old people at the mall.
Yes.
And it was awesome.
His face looked like he was in so much pain, though.
But he never stopped.
No.
Never. Theo stopped numerous times. Shout out to his vape, a little wee woo. We didn't see the vape, but it got its own shout out.
She did her own vape watch.
She did, and she's not wrong.
Do you remember how she said it, Mix? What she said?
She like was listing all of the reasons that he was bad at this.
Yeah, and she said like he vapes an extreme amount or something like that.
Yeah. She was like constantly. He's vaping.
Yeah.
So Theo and Adrian struggling bad. We have Turbo power walking. Michaela is rolling her ankle every fourth step.
Yeah.
And then there's Jeremy and Olivia.
Yeah.
And Jeremy is pulling Olivia like she's a dog.
Poor
but
thing.
I will say, her struggling up the hill, hands on hips, being led by Jeremy is this week.
Pass of the week. Of the week.
Lots of good ass in this episode, I will say.
There was strong contenders. I just happened to notice Adrienne's quite a bit. And maybe it's because, I'm starting to get a little thing for Adrienne.
I mean, I don't blame you. She's hot and she's a fucking beast.
And she's funny. And she's also like, even like in her ITMs after this whole thing's over, she's very positive. She's upbeat. I'm telling you, I said at the beginning, her saying, rock, paper, scissors, see who wins, something I would do.
You got to break the ice a little bit,
Just break the tension. I love this. And honestly, I watched her Instagram story recently and she was like hiking up a hill. I'm like, my girl's looking even better. She's like on the top of this mountain looking like fresh and clean.
She better be getting a callback. I need
100%.
That Team Biscuit.
All of these rookies in the final are getting a callback. Whether Sydney does it or not, she seems like the only one who's like a maybe at this point. But I don't think
she's a maybe. I'm pretty sure she's been very clear that she will not be stepping foot in this world again. But we'll see. So they do their first go round, and then we go to Mr. TJ standing there with his own TikTok game for everybody to play with him.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great.
I loved involving him in this. Very, very, very well done. The first people to get there are Turbo and Sydney. This is when I really was like, is Turbo being an asshole? Yes. But I do agree that is a game that one of them should really be doing by themselves. It's going to get so crazy and confusing if they're both moving things and asking for checks. It's a one-person game at that point. Just like I think the Stairmaster thing was a one-person game. Sometimes it's teams, and sometimes it shouldn't be. And like Sydney's so prideful that she's like, I have to be involved in this.
That's what it is.
But he took that on and was like, take a breather. I got this one. Also, I think he felt bad that he was delaying her in the hike part. So he wanted to carry his weight a little bit. Again, is he communicating this in a healthy, good manner? No. But I do think he's correct.
But also, does he ever communicate anything in a good, clean manner when it comes to the competition part other than like, you're a pussy chicken? No. And I think if she had seen him on the show before, I don't know if she would have picked him as the partner because of like their personalities and stuff like that. And like,
but I don't.
All of that. But he did a crazy strategy. I don't know what strategy he was doing. Everybody else did the strategy that I would have thought of at the beginning. And just like doing this, like literally just moving one each time until they go, you got it. And I go back and I would do this one again. And I'd be like, remember which ones that we got.
I think what Olivia and Jeremy did.
They did what I thought. And he was just like, Turbo was like,
I don't know what he was doing,
like,
but he was doing it correctly.
He was doing it well.
And that's kind of how Sydney got at a point too. She was like, I don't understand it, but it's going well until he does something incredibly stupid. I'm going to stand back. And I was like, okay, she's getting it.
Yeah. So my whole thing with this checkpoint, and this is a thing that we've seen a lot in the finals, is like, okay, there's a checkpoint station, and then you're going to go do loops. I don't think we've seen it in maybe a few years. Sometimes it's like, you're just going to continue down the path, and there'll be more down there. But the mental fuckery to like see that there are 3 things you show up. And
especially
then
the Stairmaster.
Yeah. And I go, hold on, I got to go do that loop again with all of the hills and rocks and potential ankle breaking situations. Fuck.
Yeah, because you're doing it once and you're like, all right, we're going to get through this. We're going to get to the checkpoint. We're going to go to the next thing. Then you find out you got to go again. That second loop where you're like, fuck, I'm going to have to do this again while you're on it. Beautiful.
And you're probably thinking the whole way, is it going to be the cubes of the Stairmasters or the cubes of the Stairmaster? I really hope it's not the Stairmaster. And then you get there and they're like the cubes and you're like, oh no, I got to do the Stairmaster.
I got to do Stairmaster. And then you're thinking that the entire third go around.
You're like, I can't feel my legs. My ankle is holding on by like
a thread.
Like a literal half of a rubber band that's been split. That's like all that's holding that ankle together at this point. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. I just wouldn't be able to do this. The mental of it. And I think that's what this was supposed to do. It was just supposed to like get into everybody's heads that you're fucked.
The mental fuckery of this final, I think, is the best I've seen.
I completely agree with you there.
If I see anyone on Twitter saying that this was a poo-poo final, they can suck a dick. This is easily the hardest final I've seen them do. This one, and then I would honestly say the Challenge USA final looked really hard too.
I already wrote it down because it was the note for the Stairmaster battle. And I was just like, I can hear the internet now. Blah, blah, this is weak. Old one, bring back old finals. Blah, blah, everything. I'm a loser who's on Reddit all day. Blah, blah. Fuck right off. This was great. The Stairmaster was an equalizer, which we've always had in finals. It's pushing people to the limits. There's a strategy with it. Like, am I just going to be like, fuck it and come down and wait for the next group? Especially when you see there's another group there. Okay, I'm going to wait. I'm going to do it. I'm going to let my partner get in. Like, you're one-on-one, like it's an elimination as well. So it's taking a bit of everything that we like about the challenge and putting it literally into one thing. Now, if I was Sydney and Turbo and I showed up and then I had to wait 30 minutes for somebody to show up,
that was pissed. Diabolical.
I would have been pissed. I wrote, that's fucked.
And I love it.
I love it too, because again, we've had this before. And I love that in the final, there's a part where you can be on your own thing and then you have to wait for somebody else and beat them head to head. Last year we did it at 40, where they had to do the math problems, and poor Michelle sat there for like 3 hours, it felt like.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yep.
More of that. Please.
I agree. And it's nice to have them go a little, like actually see them head to head in the final, because they're all so spread out once the race starts.
Yeah.
And this is kind of what we discussed in dailies too, that we want to see them competing next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's great. So fuck you guys that are mad about it. I liked it a lot.
If you don't like it,
I want to hear why.
yeah. I'm telling you, it's going to be the same thing. It's not as hard as the old finals. It's not as hard as the old finals. Give me a specific case.
I actually I can't imagine that they were making finals harder than this. This is fucking difficult as shit.
And this is day one.
It's cold. They were in a rapids. They're going around in this terrain that's fucking insane.
Yeah, I want you to do the final and then come back and tell me that this was a weak final in comparison to old finals. Go do both of them, and then you can come back and tell me which one. And again, we've seen day one. Day two, you know they're climbing up that fucking mountain.
Well, and I know you didn't watch the preview, but they showed us some things, and I can tell you right now, no other final has touched this shit. I from what I've seen.
This is what I'm saying. And I love that we got the Stairmaster thing, even though everybody's going to hate it. It's absolutely amazing. And also the loop, besides it being kind of what it was, I love the fact that you weren't able to see where the other team was. So you had like no, at least from our view, you had no clue how far or how ahead you were from the team behind you until they passed you, which happened on the first loop with people.
Yeah, absolutely. It was fantastic. The color cube game, I thought that looked so fun.
Oh, I would like to do that one.
I would love to play that game. The fact that Jan timed out on it, you know that they originally didn't have a timeout on that. And then they were looking at the time. They knew that people were coming. Turbo and Sydney are already waiting for somebody to do the Stairmaster. They got to go on a helicopter, go to this other area and swim still before the sun goes down. Yeah. They're like, fuck, we got to give them a penalty. And they're just like, make them carry a box.
Yeah. Because you can't have that other team, which ended up being Olivia and Jeremy, like sit there for an hour.
Yeah.
Like, sit there and wait while they're still doing the cubes.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like, hey, you gotta go. This would be totally unfair. Somebody would get an extra big rest, which is what happened. Yeah. The very first Stairmaster thing, it was basically just Sydney versus Jeremy for this.
Yeah, it was. And this is when I got a little pissed.
Okay.
Sydney goes on this rant about how she's losing respect for the vets. I can't wait for Sydney to get old. This is what happens. You can be the epitome of health and wellness, and that is me, right?
Obviously.
You know me. I am health and wellness. I slammed those Chicken Littles last episode. Oh. I am health and wellness, okay? You get old. Your body stops
Breaking
working.
News into the right reality newsroom. You get old.
Okay? All right. And some things don't work like they used to. Am I shocked that the younger people are able to do the Stairmaster for longer than the older people? No. And no one is. Okay? You're not better than everyone because you were born later in life. That's not how it works. Okay?
Not how it works at all.
So that part really pissed me off. I am, out of the two of us, the younger person, which makes me better than you, apparently.
Whoa.
That's what it's saying.
That is
That's
what
she's saying.
I now understand, and I'm now not upset.
But I don't like that. Okay? I don't like that. You guys are these new threats were getting all mad. And I also agreed with them that all of these vets were on Twitter and stuff being like, oh, the new threats aren't bringing anything to the game. Valid. You have a reason for that. But you don't get to then turn around and be like, oh, well, they suck now because they're old. Fuck you.
And that's a great take by Mix. It's a great take.
All of that being said, it's incredibly impressive that she is performing at the level that she is. But the grapes can exist while the fucking tomatoes also exist, okay?
I think that's what's going to get lost for this entire first part of this final, is that everybody was like, oh, Turbo is the beast. He's going to be great during this. And if you really looked at it, she performed better than him across the board. I agree. Across the board. She could have probably done the canoe, and she's like, okay, I'll listen to you. I know what I'm going to get myself into if I try to do anything. It's not worth it. We're just going down the thing. Honestly, we barely have to paddle. It's not like we're on a lake, a still lake, and we're not moving anywhere. This current's going to push us down, so it doesn't matter. And then she's leading him, pulling him, saying something in Turkish that she learned to basically be like, come here, bitch, which respect.
Sick.
Awesome. Sick.
I agree. But he at least was
does
trying.
The Stairmaster, does the swim because he doesn't like cold. Honestly, if you were to tell me when I met Turbo, and all these years since I've met Turbo, that Turbo's kryptonite would be, wait for it, cold?
Honestly, that's my kryptonite. I get it.
You are always cold, though.
I'm always cold. But here's the thing. If he was pulling a Theo and being like, you go do it.
Yeah.
Fuck that. But he was trying. He did the switcheroos, geese kings. He tried to take control of the canoe. Yeah. He tried to help with these other situations.
And still
she explained the
her.
Sudoku color blocks. He did help with that. Like, out of the two of them, is she doing more of it? Yes. But at least he's not standing there like, your turn. Time to earn your stripes. Fuck that shit too.
Crazy. That was a fucking crazy move.
That's fucked up.
To say that after this has been filmed, to go and like double down and say it in an ITM.
I think he thought he was being funny. I think he's gonna get fucked for that comment.
Oh, this is a terrible look for him.
Fucking saved your ass in these eliminations over and over again.
When
the spinny puzzle, he would have never gotten that motherfucker.
He's in the final because of her.
I agree.
100%.
And then to sit there and exactly what you said, I didn't even think about that after all of this to say you need to earn your stripes. Oh my God.
Oh my God. It was absolutely like, this was a great part one of a final. From literally top to bottom, it moved quickly. I didn't feel like there was parts where it dragged.
I agree.
They didn't like show everybody on the trail for so long. They had a lot to show, so we did get to see that. We got to see a lot of the points at the checkpoint. Yeah. We got to see Michaela roll her ankles multiple times. Hilarious, entertaining so many times. One, I was like, oh, commercial time. Wait, nope, she rolled it. Great, hilarious. And then we get back to the Stairmasters because we do want to talk about this. So Sydney beats Jeremy as the speed started ramping up, and I knew she was going to have that. Clearly, they did like the recall of you cannot touch the Stairmaster. You touch it, you're out. One touch of anything, you're done. So I could just tell because also huge disadvantage for showing up and then having
you walk right on. And both Turbo and Sydney are like, get on the fucking Stairmaster. We've been waiting 30 minutes. Get on it now. Okay.
And she's like, hey, Yerm, or whatever she called him. Like, hey, it's me and you. Look at us. Here we are. I just want to think about the idea that if you're Jeremy, who is this superhuman athlete, apparently, and you're doing well, and honestly, for him to deal with Olivia the way he did, we didn't see him being like, come on, let's go. We got to like pick it up. And then get there and think, oh my God, we have a chance to swap places and be first.
Yep.
And you know it's on you because she's like, I'm not going to be able to do this.
Yep.
To be locked in and think, hey, I got this, and then lose. That draining feeling has to just be incredibly just a giant mindfuck.
Yes, and then on top of it, then they wait for the second team, and Olivia goes on for what could only be a minute.
Yeah.
Before she's like, I'm gonna rest my legs. Ugh. And he again handled it
Yes.
so well.
Yes, he did. He wasn't like, are you, even in the ITM, didn't
Uh-huh.
like fall for the trick of like, hey, what
Yep.
were you thinking that moment? And he
Uh-huh.
probably gave some like bullshit PR answer like,
They
I
didn't
get
even
it.
use it.
You know, she was trying to save her legs. You know, it was a
Mm-hmm.
thing. They wanted to be like, hey, like she wanted to quit. And I'm like, hey, you're fucking quitting on me? What the fuck?
Did it not upset you that
Yeah.
you did all of this and then she
100%.
just decided to rest her legs?
I
And he's
know
like,
those
no.
producers were just like poking him to try to get that one sound bite.
Absolutely.
And he didn't bite. At
Mm-mm.
least from what we saw, he did not bite on all of that.
That's why I think he might have a hard time coming back, getting a call back, because he's great physically and in these dailies and eliminations, but I just don't think he has the reality TV in him.
No, I think he's got the ability, because we've seen that they'll do that with somebody like Horacio, who's just like, we do still need strong competitors. And also, if he wins, if they win this,
Yeah.
he gets the call back. I think they call him back anyway, no
Yeah.
matter how he finishes, but I think he has to get the call. So let's talk about the idea of like her saying, do you want me to save my legs? This was a theme for like 2 or 3 runs of this because it was against
Well,
her.
it was just
And
Olivia. Olivia came up with this phrase and was saying it
Right.
to everyone.
Great. She's like, Theo showed up. Hey, I think we should save our legs, right, guys?
Mhm.
We should save our legs. We get on the first one.
Yeah.
Boyfriend,
Uh-huh.
save my legs, right? Huh?
That's
Huh?
tough, man. That's
And
tough.
Adrian's like, no, I'll get on.
Yeah. I still got a little in me.
Fuck. Okay. What do you think about the idea of saving the legs and not like trying to kill yourself on this thing?
I was so torn on this because like and I agreed with Sydney when Turbo like sat down, she's like, don't sit down.
Yeah.
You can't sit down. Like that's a cramp waiting to happen. So I don't even know if it's correct or not. Like again, catch me dead running. But like marathon runners, I know when they finish, they like continue to walk around a little
Mhm.
bit. They don't just immediately sit down, right?
Collapse.
So like
yeah.
I don't know if it's actually like a good thing to just all agree to not do it. I don't know, man. I really don't. I don't think that it's a real thing, except for what I see is going to happen in part 2. Maybe it was a smart move.
So that's what I was going with. I think Olivia has that like knowledge of like, so we can do the Stairmaster each for 5 minutes. We're
Mhm.
going to hurt ourselves more
Mm-hmm.
trying to do 5 minutes of the Stairmaster. That's going to give us helicopters 20 minutes apart or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or we can battle through this considering we have another full ass day left.
Mm-hmm.
If this is tomorrow, if this is part 2, different situation. But I think she's running, let's see. It's Turbo and her are the only people, and Michaela. Theo. So all the vets have done one.
Yep.
And I think like at that point you have to be like, hey, what else could they kind of throw at us?
Mm-hmm.
And I think Olivia was like, hey, it's probably not going to behoove us. Behoove.
Good word.
Thank you. To do this for that. So I like the strategy, but I also like that it was like kind of like a mental, like, hey, is this worth it? And I don't think it is.
I think that Adrienne and Jeremy were probably both like we're rookies and
Yeah.
like from the viewer standpoint, us bowing out of this is a bad look. And
Yes.
that's probably why Adrian's like, I'll give you a minute on this Stairmaster.
Yeah, I'll give it a whirl
because I can say that I didn't just not do it.
and also it'll look like we gave in to them, and people will be like, why did you just let them go? That
Yeah.
makes no sense. You're playing for $1 million, your share of $1 million. You're just going to
Mm-hmm.
let somebody get in front of you. That's not the strategy here.
Yeah.
Checkpoint number 5, we get across to the water. I didn't think we were going any further after this. I thought they were just getting helicoptered to the night thing. They gotta get in the water. Now, again,
Crazy move.
apparently, chains don't work in water.
When they decided to just make this a one-person thing, I was like, again, are we not tethered?
Why? Because you can drown the other person, maybe? Is that the thing? Like you can literally kill
They got
somebody else?
people, and also that water didn't seem that deep, especially when Sydney got in it and Adrienne. They kind of looked like the first couple of swims were like they were the ground was here
Yeah.
and they were swimming right here. You know what I mean?
They both had to get in. I don't. Why were they? Why was only one getting in? I don't like this.
That whole thing, I agree, was absolute bullshit. I liked that they made them think that they were done and then made them swim a little bit. Like, it was a stupid little swim.
Yeah.
It wasn't this, like, whole thing, but it was a great mental fuck, like we've been talking about.
Yes.
Like, now you have to get it. Look
Yes.
at this fire that's roaring right here. Nope, not for you yet. You got to get in a wetsuit and swim across.
And if we're thinking about this from, like, the perspective of, like, great television, it got what they wanted out of it.
Absolutely.
It got what you wanted out. Because, again, Sydney's pissed. She's like, I got to get in this water because this man who will do everything doesn't do cold, apparently.
I will say, I do think that, because we didn't see a discussion happen, I do think that if she was like, I'm not doing it, he would have done it.
Okay.
But I think that she knew he probably would have complained and it probably would have hurt him more for the next day. So she's like, I'm not even going to have this conversation.
I got in the water with him on the last one we did.
Because Turbo also said later, like, oh, she wouldn't let me do it. I could see that being the case.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see a discussion happen. We saw them breathe they read the thing. It was an ITM of Sydney being like, this bitch can't handle cold water, so I'm going to do it. And then she's getting the wetsuit put on. I can see her being like, and also, that's a nice 5 to 8 minutes where they're not interacting.
Yeah, well, you're away from Turbo. Yeah, and you're just like,
sounds like a nice vacation for her.
This is I'm doing something that only 4 other people get to do or 3 other people get to do. I'm going to swim in this little lake in Chile. Mm-hmm. It's like glass. That's how like nice it is. It was stunningly beautiful.
It was.
Like, I don't know who the location manager was that found this location.
10 out of 10, though.
Shout out to the location department for this final, because as of right now, you're crushing it.
Absolutely.
That shot where they're like, you can see the mountains in the background and this like sunset and you get that like purplish orange. I was like, oh shit.
It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Great. So she goes and gets it. And then we have to talk obviously about Theo just being like, no, I'm not going to do it.
This whole thing was so good. When Turbo was talking to Adrian and saying, don't do it. Theo has to do it. Don't do it. I was crying.
So you're gonna do it, Adrian. Don't do that.
Oh, you didn't do it. You can shut your mouth.
Because at this point, now Turbo's feeling a little bit better. He's by the fire. He's beating everybody. And he's like, I'm going to just poke that bear. And I loved it.
Don't do it, Adrian.
Oh, shut up.
And Turbo won that argument, basically.
Huh?
Like, Turbo won that by basically being like, he's going to do it. Oh, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it, Theo. Theo, you're not do it. Adrian, don't do it. Theo, you go. And my favorite moment, maybe, of the entire final.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
Was this.
Theo, go get the key.
Sick. Boss, bitch. I loved it.
Honestly, I don't know why. I got a little turned on.
Yeah, that's hot as hell.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
At first, she was like, Adrian, like, I'll help you. I'll get it. I'll get it. And then I think that more things were said off of what we saw. And it was like, I actually did everything. He laid there while I did the entire puzzle, and then I couldn't do it. I got on the Stairmaster. You saw that. I got on the Stairmaster. And then I think Olivia went from protect my boyfriend to protect the girly pops. And the switch up was crazy.
Wild.
And then Theo tells her to shut up, and I go, I will fucking there.
That audio was not there. That was from before. He was talking to Turbo.
I 100% think so too.
Add on, because there's no way he told Olivia to shut up.
And there's no way that all of them would have just been like still standing there chilling if he did.
They would be like, whoa. You know, Turbo would be like, you do not say that to woman. You do not say that to woman.
Honor. You have no honor.
You have no honor. You yell at your woman. You yell at your woman. You don't do that. Like, I could see Turbo, like, going to try to drown him for saying that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I could see Turbo be like, you're getting in the water, no wetsuit, motherfucker. Go.
I could also see Jeremy being like, whoa, bro. Like, that's, fuck off. You can't say that to her. That's so disrespectful. So, yes, it was an add-on, but don't think we didn't see that, everybody. We weren't going to bring it up because obviously it's fake.
Adrienne gets into that wetsuit, and she's crying, and my heart was breaking. That was awful to watch her putting on that wetsuit, and you could just, it's not like a I'm scared cry. It's not like
Yeah.
a I'm sad cry. It's a exactly what she said, overwhelmed. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm overwhelmed. And
Yeah.
you could just see it in her face and body language. I was just like, oh. And how he could stand there and continue to put a wetsuit on her as she is crying like that. Red flag, Olivia. I love you, girl. I trust your judgment, but red flag.
I mean, let's be honest, there's been lots of red flags. And honestly, when I heard of it, I was also like, the fuck? Huh? Okay. All
I
right.
did not like that at all. Not one bit.
I think a lot of people were like, huh? But that's another story. I will say, I'm shocked that Adrienne let him help her. Because if I'm Adrienne there, I can see her be like, Olivia, can you help me? I don't want him to fight. And I think she did say at one point, like, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
I mean, I think she was, again, just so overwhelmed that it was just like, that was just a body to her at that point. Like, it
God.
wasn't even, it was like tunnel vision, just like, I don't even understand how I'm going to get my body to do this. And then she gets out of the water and she's like, that was great.
I think she probably saw it as like, I'm glad I did it to show myself that I can continue to push myself. And considering we know kind of her story about like what she's been through and like trying to lose weight, being a bigger girl and getting to the point she is now, being like, I said I wasn't going to do it. I was put in a bad spot by somebody. I got in. I did it. I've come out the other side. I've had this experience. Like it gives you that kind of like, oh, I can do these things that I think I can't do. And I think she's one of the, but like his whole vibe during this was just like, I just such a bad look for him overall.
Absolutely not it.
I just who would have thought that at the end of this episode, considering what we saw with Turbo during all this, that our lasting impression would be like, it's a worse look right now for Theo than what Turbo was for most of this. At least that's what I would say.
Well, because at the end of the day, Turbo never gave up. He never stopped at any point that we saw. And again, like I said, I do think he probably would have done the swim if Sydney was like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Whereas Adrienne was like, I'm not doing it. We saw those words come out of her mouth. And Theo goes, I'm not fucking getting in that water. I think that's the difference.
Just Olivia being like, you're going to get that key. And I was like,
get his ass in that water, girl. And then for him to do this showing your stripe, like earning your stripes thing, vomit. So we get done with the swim. They're all by the fire. Mr. TJ comes out. Hell yeah. What are we about to do? Let's go. I'm getting flashbacks to USA when that really hot chick got DQ'd.
she's so hot.
So hot.
She's so hot.
We're able to stake a claim, guys. And he says anybody's partner.
Oh. When I heard Mr. TJ say stake a claim, I literally went, oh, that was what left my body.
Oh,
And it did not sound good. It sounded, you heard me take a pause there because I wanted to make sure I recreated it. And I was like, oh my God, what a genius, diabolical, entertaining callback that now you could stake a claim in the middle of a final. I'm trying to remember if we said, like, we wonder if that's going to come up in the final, that you could stake a claim during the final. We probably did because we're the number one, and the number one gets everything right.
I'm going to assume it. No one needs to go back and look.
No, because we're just the number one. The number one. You know, Turbo's got it. The number one. Obviously, the number one gets it all the time.
I don't think anyone's going to do it. I'm saying it now. I don't think anyone's going to do it.
That was my question for you. Do you think anybody does it? I think somebody does it. I think there's one person that tries. Who that person is, there's part of me that sees Sydney staking to take Jeremy because they built that during the final. They built like, it's us. We've been doing this.
Yeah. And also that Jeremy hates Turbo.
Jeremy hates Turbo, right? And this idea of that
Mm-hmm.
and how he could take her and how she's probably like, you got me here. You're injured.
Yep.
He's not injured.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't deal with him doing these masculine things.
Yep.
And I think she tries to stake.
Turbo and Olivia together would be so fucking crazy.
Nix, honestly, it's the best scenario for us of who we're rooting for. Because you said last week you couldn't root for Turbo because he's with
I don't
Sydney.
like Sydney.
And it
I mean,
seems
I'm
like
still-
Adrienne and Theo aren't probably not going to pull this out.
To be honest with you, I'm disappointed in Turbo's performance. And also, like I said, I do think that there is a vocabulary issue with him, but
Mhm.
I do also see him being a dick. So
Oh, 100%.
I'm not a huge, massive fan of what he's doing right now.
Yes.
To be honest with you, I'm not super rooting for anyone anymore.
Oh, really?
I want Olivia to win just because she's pregnant and it's
Yeah.
sick.
It would be sick. So sick. No matter who her partner is at this point, it would be sick.
But outside of that, and I like Adrienne a lot, and I think she's doing a fantastic job, but Olivia and Adrienne can't win. So, like, together. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. That would be a sick pair. If
So I'm
both of
just
those
like,
girls won, the girly
Jeremy's
pops.
just so good, and I
Do you
don't have
think
anything
anybody
against
stake?
him.
You're saying you don't think anybody stakes. If you're Sydney, do you stake?
No.
No. You don't try to get Jeremy?
No, because you're pissing off Turbo.
And you don't know what's left. I mean, again, if I'm Sydney, I do it because I realize probably the rest of this is a straight climb up the mountain. And his legs are gone. By the way, we got no explanation of how that happened. All of a sudden, he's on the first loop and he's like, my legs.
Yeah, and he was wearing those things, so there had to have been something previously. I have no idea. The only person that makes sense to me to stake is Cedric.
Oh.
Because Michaela is... I'm sorry, guys. There's no way she's making it to the
No, I
end
don't
of
think she
this final.
finishes. I don't
There's
think she.
just
I don't think
absolutely
she's
no
got to
way
go up
she
a
makes
mountain
it.
now. Probably.
Yeah,
I don't think she
exactly.
finishes that.
I don't think she can do it. And I think that Cedric, and she even said it, which I'll give her all the props on that. I think that Cedric's only chance to win this is if he switches with
Did
somebody
she
else.
say that in ITM though, or was that in like on camera? On the
I
mountain
think
thing?
she said it on camera, but in the ITM.
Okay. Well, obviously after she
Correct.
realized how.
It was not like a in that actual moment situation.
Honestly, I don't want to like bring this up again because obviously we shit on her enough. Bad look if you've gassed out and you can't complete a final twice. Like that's going to be what you're known for going further. It's like, actually, we can bring Michaela to a final. There's no way she's going to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. She started
Yeah.
seeing ghosts on the first one, and now her ankle is being held on by some like old duct tape,
Yeah.
which it did look like that brace was like duct tape at one point.
I am shocked that she's telling production how bad this ankle is.
I think she had no choice. She wanted to numb it. She doesn't want to quit. She literally realizes her potential challenge career is on the line if she quits in another final. She gasses out and her body can't go in another final.
Yeah,
I think
she's
she
done.
realizes she's done on this show.
Yep.
And she's going to be like, it looks better if they literally like take me off the mountain. They go, you can't compete. You can't go. And she's just like, I tried so hard. Let me try to at least get 15 grand out of this. Yeah. What an incredible first part of the final. But
Insane.
we do have a special guest with reactions to part one of the final. Hi, Mom.
Hi, it's Mom LaFranc with my take of part one of the final.
Oh my
I know
God.
it's been a while, but I wanted to add my take of the final so far. One word, grueling. And it looks like in no
Yes,
way
Mother.
they are close to finishing. Only Sydney seems to be in shape to finish first. She is unstoppable.
Hear me, but yeah.
Of all the vets, they are gassed out. Too old, perhaps. The other threats are close to keeping up with Sydney, but not with the partners they have. I really love seeing so many familiar faces on each season of the challenge that many of them are just too old to compete with, as my father used to call them, the youngsters. Then at the end of the first day, TJ asks, does anyone want to stake a claim? What a great twist. I hope someone does, especially if it's Sydney asking for Jeremy. Can't wait. Bye.
Surprise, everybody.
I love that. I love that so much. I mean, she's not wrong on anything. I really don't think I really do feel strongly that Sydney won't stake on Jeremy, strictly for the backlash of Turbo.
Okay. So that's your bet. I'm going to say, just for funsies, I say she does, or at least she strongly considers it, maybe in an ITM, and talks through her process of why she doesn't do it. But I feel like that's her move. I feel like her move is that. Let's say she doesn't do it and she loses. She's always going to be like, hey, I should have done it. But no matter what she does, it's just a great fucking twist.
It's fantastic.
But it is kind of the, I won't say the bow because it's not done yet. It is like a bow on like how well produced and thought out this season has been when it comes to these moments. That we're going to make you try and worry your ass off. If I'm Olivia, I'm also worried that Sydney is going to try to take Jeremy from me at this point.
Because she has to compete against Sydney right now, and there's no chance.
No, it would be not a great thing to do. And what would the competition be for that?
I hope they brought those puzzles and they put them on a little hill and take them right up the exact same thing, make them do the puzzle and come back down.
Actually, we're going to put you back on the chopper. We're going to fly you back to the house. We're going to make you go up, do the puzzle, come back down, get on the chopper, and it's going to be like The Bachelor. Whoever's the first one out of the chopper.
Amazing. That would be the way to go.
And
Absolutely.
It's just the foot. You know how they do for the Bachelor finale? It's the shoe that comes down and they pan up to who the girl is, and you're like, oh no, she's about to get broken up with, and she doesn't even know. They know. You're getting the 11 a.m. call.
Yeah, call.
You're not making it. You're getting broken up with. So.
Yep.
But yeah, what an incredible start to the final. We want to thank everybody on YouTube who's been crushing it in the community section. Thank you very much. We do need to talk about the hype thing. So I got an email from the YouTubes and basically say, if you don't want to donate, which we love, which also helps, the hype button is basically the best thing you can do right now on YouTube. So, and you can do it multiple times. I want to see if I can pull up the email because it kind of breaks down what the hype button actually does.
That would be great.
And how it will how many times you're allowed to hype up.
I'm gonna go hype our episode right now.
Yes, you should be hype gang. And by the way,
woot woot.
I'm gonna tell you something. Don't leave yet about the Greaseback Bun Babe and what's coming up in the world for the Greaseback Bun Babe. So don't leave yet. I know people peter off at this point. Okay, viewers can hype your videos from the last 7 days. Your videos will get points, which may help us land on a new leaderboard designed for emerging creators, like the number one, with under 500,000 subs. Can you imagine having 500,000 subs for the number one? Oh my God. So
sick.
For the first 7 days, you can do it. Viewers will have the option to hype it. So within the first 7 days that this video airs, which is what most of you are doing, you can hype it at no cost up to 3 times in the week. And then when we're hyped, we get points, which lets us climb up on this leaderboard, which we haven't seen on the explore section. And we have the potential to then be promoted on the YouTube home feed and receive badges and shit like that, you know?
Wow. I want a badge. I was never in Girl Scouts.
Yeah. I mean, they gave us a clapper board. I also want, we have our YouTube clapper board.
Oh, clap, clap.
It says hype was developed for emerging creators in the YouTube partner program. Bonus points are automatically applied based off the amount of subscribers. So even if we have the fewer the subscribers, the bigger the bonus. So we're a small group.
Guys.
So go hype
it up. Oh my God, that'd be so great.
Do you want to know about the Greaseback Bum?
I want to know about the Greaseback Bun. I also want to state, Steven, did you see what Bananas did?
No.
Bananas fell on the sword.
I did see that. Tell the
Bananas
community.
fell on the sword, guys. Okay, so last week, Stephen played the Will interview that got cut out. This week, Bananas started his episode or something. I just saw the clip of it. Bananas said that Anissa was not the one that asked for that to be removed. Bananas did himself because, shockingly, this is the best part of it. He doesn't want to promote like a bad conversation in the community, and he wants it to be a positive community experience, and he wanted to stop the hate to Anissa, so he was the one that cut it out, guys. That's what he said. Generally speaking, you can go watch it if you want to. Bullshit. And that's
wasn't he the one making up rumors that America was making out with CT, two of which had partners?
Wasn't he laughing as Will
Johnny.
was talking about this alleged assault? Wasn't he asked by Will who he thought was the one that coerced Will in his bed? He said Jeremy as a joke, and before Will even said Anissa, he goes, "It was Anissa." Yeah.
What a fucking lying piece of shit.
No chance. No chance. No chance. No chance. It was either production or it was Anissa. But I can tell you right now, with all the money in my bank account, slap, 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 here you go. No chance that was Bananas that decided to cut that.
It wasn't Bananas. I don't think production gives a shit. Honestly, once the show airs, they really don't care.
Well, Ashley had said some stuff, and then what was said was like later was like, I rescind all of that. I was told I'm not allowed to say that by production.
I think she was told not to say specific things. I don't think production gives a shit about this because we've been on calls with MTV while they're like in our interviews where people say stuff, and I'm like, are they going to tell us not to put stuff like that in?
Have
and they
ever
never
told
do.
us to cut something?
Huh?
Have they ever told us to cut something from an interview?
And I feel like there's been times where somebody was like talking something, and I was like, I don't know about that. Again, it's a different line when you're saying what he said, but also how quickly that came down.
To protect Anissa from basically online bullies, end quote. End quote adjacent.
Just say the number one. Just say, put our names in your mouth. Just say it was to protect us from shitting on you even further. Okay.
Bullshit. Go ahead on Greaseback Bum Baby. I had to update everybody.
I'm glad you did.
I know some people are not in on the tea, and I wanted to let you guys know that Banana fell on the sword for Anissa for no reason.
Somebody in the comment section was like named all the people that like have like said Anissa did like weird shit to them.
Yeah,
and
I
was
saw
like,
that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about all those people.
That's crazy.
Why is she still in? This is crazy.
She also just generally sucks outside of all of that.
Okay, so you know the Greaseback Bun loves a TikTok live. She loves a galaxy.
Oh boy. What did she do, Stephen?
She loves a galaxy. Wait. She's basically made TikTok live begging for galaxies into her entire persona and her job.
Yeah, that's how she already did that.
She is now working towards a goal mix.
What's the goal, Stephen? I can't wait.
As if we asked for this. TikTok was like, you know what? Let's create a competition for the people who do all these live battles. And so there is a leaderboard. And there's Live Fest going on right now, where basically all the TikTok panhandlers
are just hurt my soul.
Going on all the time, live as many often as possible, asking for hammer fists, throw fists, throw a garbage can, whatever they're being told to do.
They're fisting each other on live? Holy shit.
So much fisting going on.
Throw me a fist. Fist me, please.
Fist me good. Throw a fist me hard. I need more fisting.
Guys, if 5 more people fist me in the next 30 seconds, we're going to win. Sorry, you were saying there's a live event?
There's a live event happening right now. And there's a leaderboard. And guess what happens if you make it up to a certain level on the leaderboard? That's right. You get the exclusive invite to Vegas in February for a promoted TikTok like live fest championship.
That's
I swear to God, I said I would never donate to Greaseback Bum Babe, but you know what?
no,
I'm kind of
Steven.
thinking about giving her some galaxies. 'Cause if-
Absolutely not.
I want Greaseback Bum Babe in Vegas because that's great content for us. Can you imagine?
Steven,
Can you imagine?
would we go live to like this theater and
Yes.
sit there and watch her
Yes.
face a phone
Yes.
screen and ask for galaxies
Yes.
in real life?
And we will be in the audience
How
fisting
much
her.
is a ticket to that? We get to fist her live
We get to fist
in
her
Vegas?
live in Vegas.
Oh my God. My brain cannot process this. This is fucking Black Mirror. This is fucking awful.
So good. So good, Mix.
I want to see Disney on Ice. I don't want to see fucking Greaseback Bun Babe being theoretically fisted.
Allegedly fisted. Oh my goodness. Shout out to everyone. I want to thank everyone. You guys have been absolutely incredible in the
Yes.
community section, and the new people that have been coming in,
Yes.
like Step Granger. Oh my God, I'm a little upset. A lot upset that I just found your podcast 17 episodes in the season. I'm so happy y'all popped up on my YouTube because you two seem awesome. Step.
It's
Keep
her
watching.
first episode, Steve.
It is.
Listen,
Sorry.
as a woman, we can't trust anything these days, okay? So give her a couple episodes.
I'm not
to
the
get
bear.
there.
Is it? Am I the bear, or do you choose the bear? How
Who's
does the
the
bear thing
bull?
work? Huh?
What? The bear and the bull?
No, it's like,
That's the
choose?
economy.
Yeah, that's the economy. Good job. It's like you choose.
Thanks.
You choose like the forest or the bear. What's the thing? It's like women being like, I don't trust the man, I'll trust the bear, or something.
I don't trust the
Okay.
bear either.
No, apparently the bear is better than men.
I don't even trust Bernard, so I don't know.
Well, nobody trusted Bernard because we got no donations this week, so he doesn't get a sweet treat.
He's very sad over there. You don't get to see him, so
No, you don't get to see him. Step also finishes by saying, you got a new fan of me, that's for sure. Well, we got a new
thank
fan
you.
of you.
Welcome.
Welcome to the number one. Thank you for the engagement.
Watch the old episodes. They're a good time.
Oh, they're great. Go back and watch. Just have a long weekend to watch the number one.
Yeah.
So go like the video, hype the video. God, I sound like
Whoop, whoop.
Greaseback Bond, babe. Hype us right now. Hype me good.
Fist us both at the same time.
Yeah, hype and fist. All right, we'll see you next week. We love you. Bye.
Bye.